Welcome to TJS Community Podcast, where we bring you inspiring stories and diverse perspectives from students around the world. I'm your host Nader, and today I am very thrilled to have a very special guest with us, a student from the Mauritius who has decided to take on her academic journey abroad in Malaysia at Taylor's University. Hi, Lisa, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. First of all, welcome to our studio.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're most welcome. So let's dive right in. First of all, why don't you give us a little background about yourself? Why Malaysia? Why specifically Taylor's University?
Well, hello everyone. I am Lisa. I'm 21 years old. I am a student at Taylor's University and I am doing computer science. So I came to Malaysia because so that I can have very affordable lifestyle. It's not very expensive here, and also because of the culture, everything seems very nice here. It's not my first time in Malaysia. I've actually been here before on a family trip, like 10 years ago. So Malaysia was one of the options for me.
So I was gonna ask you right now, actually, how did you find out about Malaysia, about Taylor's? Like, how did you find out about the computer science programs here? Like,
Well, one of my friends, she came here before me, so one semester before me. She's not a TELUS, she's at APU, but that's when I found out about Malaysia, and then I started doing my research about it, and I found out about TELUS online. Then I started looking into it, and then so I asked her, like, how did you come here? And then she suggested me this agency, so I came through an agency.
so you didn't check the university on your family trip or anything?
That was 10 years ago,
Oh.
so I was still had no idea
My
about
bad.
like universities.
Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. And how has it been ever since, like,
It's
ever since you've
been
applied?
great. For my degree, I actually found out about the Jewel Award. That's why I chose Taylor's. And
For
also,
everyone who's watching who might not know what the Jewel Award is, could you just explain briefly about
yes,
it?
so you graduate with two certificates, one from the UWE Bristol in the UK, and one from Taylor's University.
So it's a dual award program.
Yes.
That's amazing. I'm so happy for you. Congrats. Are you graduating soon?
Yeah, next year.
Okay, good luck with that. Okay. So Taylor's, we have a lot of students from there. It's mostly or basically one of the very or most known universities in Malaysia. How has studying at Taylor's shaped your life, both personally and academically?
So I personally feel that I have grown a lot coming here, especially Taylor's, because I had the chance to meet new people. I have made a lot of international friends. The student community is great, and I have been living on the dorms. Like for my first year, I was living in the dorms. So I engaged a lot with students from there itself. I made my first friend group there, so it was great.
Okay, that's amazing. Let's take a deeper look into the your academic experience with computer science. So, was there anything, or did you experience anything with the program, with the computer science program at Taylor's, like any of the modules stood out for you, or the professors? Were there any like moments you would recall that stuck in your brain about it? Or left like a strong impression?
I really wanted to pursue my degree in AI. And in Mauritius, there wasn't really an option for that. That's why I came to Taylor's.
Okay.
I am doing my specialization in AI. And then after coming here, I found out that I can also add an extension to that. So now I'm doing my specialization in AI with an extension in cybersecurity so that I have a wider opportunity available.
That's amazing. And all of that during how many years? 4 years?
3 years.
3 years. Wow, that's great. And how have you found the life on campus at Taylor's University?
It was great. I always wanted to experience the life on campus. That's why I was like, I will do at least 1 year on campus and then maybe move after that. And that's what I did. I spent my first year on campus living in the dorms. It was great. I was sharing a room. My roommate was great as well. But then I was like, I really want to move in with my friends. So now I'm staying with my friends. And we took an apartment together.
Okay, but it's still like nearby, closer to
Yes,
the
yes. It's like
university.
5
Because what I know
minutes.
is that Taylor's they have two accommodations, on campus and off campus
Yes, yes,
accommodations.
yes.
So you spent the first year
On
in the
campus.
on campus
On
accommodation, and
campus.
now you've moved outside,
Mm-hmm.
but you're still within the off campus accommodation.
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's great. So you're still like close to the university. It's a 5 minutes walk.
Yes.
Great, amazing. And what about the resources available on campus for international students and the student body community or the students community? How was your interaction or your experience with that?
Uh, there's a lot of resources available. For example, the library. We have a lot of labs as well. That is great for students. There is the Student Life Center. It's very active during the day because everyone's spending their time there. They're always like playing games or just hanging out with their friends. And also for the accommodation, I did not mention, uh, we have a lot of events only for like residents, so that's very nice. And then some days they also have free breakfast.
That's lovely. That's really lovely.
Yes, you just go downstairs and have breakfast with your friends. So we also have clubs and societies. We have a lot of clubs for students. So we have the clubs and societies day where new students, that usually occurs like after the intake, so that new students can discover the clubs and interact more about the uh, students in the clubs.
No, that's amazing. That like it seems like you've had a really nice time with
Thank
the
you.
student community. Okay, so moving on, about adjusting to life in Malaysia. So coming from Mauritius, were there any surprises with the culture? Did you like how was the adjusting phase? Or would you say that 3 years now you're adjusted or you're still not really?
I feel like I am very much well settled right now. I love the life here in Malaysia. I came here because I wanted to have the sense of independence. So, yes, that's why I wanted to live independently, have my freedom. That's one of the main reasons that I came here. And there was no challenges or like for me to adjust because I do feel like Malaysia is way more advanced than Mauritius. So everything was easier here. But it's not really a challenge, but I do feel the sense of homesickness, which is
Okay.
very common, I think, for
Everyone
all
feels it. Yeah.
international students.
Okay.
So yes, there's always
Everyone
the
feels
sense
it.
of
Yeah, yeah.
nostalgia,
Yeah.
missing home.
The Malaysian culture had no significant differences to the Mauritian one, or
Because Mauritius is a multicultural island, so we celebrate everything.
you must have felt right at home then here because they also celebrate all the cultures.
I really like this aspect of Malaysia.
Okay, so if I had to ask you, what's your favorite thing about living in Malaysia? What would you say? Just name one favorite, most favorite thing. Or something that maybe you got used to here and you cannot go back to the Mauritius without having it there.
I really like the city life. I feel like it's very lively. Even at night, there's always something going on. And in KL, it's very, very, very lively at night. Mauritius, don't really know much about the nightlife there, but not as lively as in Malaysia.
That's good. That's good. So, one of the questions that we get a lot from students who are aspiring to study in Malaysia is about food. So, if we want to talk about Malaysian food or the food culture in Malaysia, and how would you compare it to Mauritian cuisine, what would you have to say? What's your input on that?
To be honest, I'm not really a great fan of Malaysian food. It's okay. It's nice, but I do miss homemade food a lot. Mauritian cuisine is a fusion of everything. So we have Indian, Western, Chinese, everything. We also have like rice and noodles, which is very popular in Mauritius. And here as well, they have rice and noodles, which is like common.
But is there something like specific from the Mauritius cuisine that you miss and you cannot find here?
Yes, everything. I haven't found like a restaurant that sells Mauritian, authentic Mauritian food. So of course I miss it.
What's the closest thing to Mauritius food here? Like if we go to a French cuisine, would that be as close or it has nothing to do with it?
Because Mauritian food is a fusion of everything, so
Okay.
it's very unique in that way. So I don't think so.
Okay, okay. Well, I hope you get a really nice home cooked meal soon. Maybe if you're traveling back for vacation or anything, because I do really miss my mom's cooking most of all. And yeah, hopefully you'll get to try yours again soon. I was gonna ask you about the challenges that you faced and how did you overcome them, but you kind of stepped on that question, telling me that there were no challenges but feeling homesickness. But
Yeah.
going back to that, would you say that there are anything else that you might have like were challenged by, but by the beginning of your settlement in Malaysia and now it's not there anymore?
Not really. I feel like I adapted very well.
Quite well.
And even if there's something wrong, I would always find a solution.
That's great. That's great. I'm really happy for you. That's
Thank you
really
so much.
amazing. Let's move on to the future plans and career plans. So,
Okay.
what are your plans after graduation? Do you plan to pursue a career in Malaysia, Mauritius, somewhere else? What's going to happen?
Well, it really depends of my internship right now. I've been here for 2 years, so my third year I have to do my internship. If I get an internship in Malaysia itself, then I will do my internship here and hopefully get to work here afterwards. If not, I will do my internship back home and then work back home. And then after graduation, I'm hoping to work for a few more years and then maybe get my master's degree.
That sounds like a plan to me. Glad you have that as well. But from what I know is that, especially as well for tailors, they give these like seminar webinars about internships and stuff. Did you participate in any? Or?
Yes, I have had some briefings online about my internship because it's soon. I have my internship in April actually, and I'm like applying and everything, waiting for if I'm gonna get it here or back home. I would be happy with both, honestly. I'm hoping that I get it back home because it's gonna be easier. I'll be with my family.
Yeah.
But I would not mind doing it here.
Well, I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. So, before we wrap up, I'm going to ask you just one final question. To all of the future students who are thinking or considering studying abroad in Malaysia, what advice would you give them?
I would say go for it. Take the risk because as an introverted person myself, I was very skeptical at first whether I'd be able to make friends easily or whether I would be able to travel and explore the city. But I am so glad and so grateful that I was able to. So I would say, yeah, go for it. Moving to Malaysia changed my life and it might change yours as well. That's it.
That's a great advice. Thank you so much. And that's a wrap on our episode today. First of all, a huge thank you to Liza for your words and your inspiring thoughts and your valuable insights. And for all of us watching, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends so everyone would know about studying in Malaysia. Until next episode, see you. Goodbye.